what's up? It's your girl Cassie. My name is Cassandra Masinga, and this is my YouTube channel, Life with Cass. Today, I thought I should talk about how to level up in your 20s. This is so important, guys. I think people don't realize how much time they waste in their 20s doing unnecessary things that is not productive. I think productivity is the most important thing in life, guys. Like, you can't be slacking. Don't slack on yourself. Like, trust me, unless you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth or your parents are rich as freak, the rest of us have to work our butts off. And I feel like a lot of people waste so much time and waste so much of their money on unnecessary things, and they wake up and they're 30 and they still have nothing for themselves. So today I want to give you 6 pointers in order for you to level up. I think the most important thing is for you to figure out what you want to do with yourself. What do you want to do with your life? As soon as you're in matric school, everything is so set. You know you're going to school Monday to Friday, weekends, you either studying or you get to be with your family. But once school is over, you don't have that structure anymore. You need to figure out, what do I want for my life? Do I want to continue studying? If school is not for you, that's great. Or do I want to get a job? Do I want to start a business? What do you want to do? Do not take a whole year of a gap year to figure out, hey, do I want to go study? Do I want to go to school? What do I want to do with myself? You need to figure this stuff out now already. Like, I think it's so important. It might not be perfect, okay? Because a lot of us change our minds as time goes on, but at least have a plan to start off with. Don't graduate from high school and then you sit around and do nothing with yourself. That is so much time wasted. It's so unnecessary. It is so much time wasted. Unless you know you want to go to varsity, but your parents told you, I'll only have money next year to send you, then that's perfectly fine. Or you want to work for 1 year, save up money and go to study. That's fine. But for you to just take a whole year and do nothing, guys, high school and primary school is a piece of cake. You do not need a break. Trust me, you don't. Life, I need a break. I need a serious break right now, okay? Because life will show you flames. You need to be prepared to handle those flames. You need to have a fire extinguisher on your side to just like be, flame out. I ain't got time for you. So for me, it's so important for us to figure out what we want to do with ourselves. Don't waste time. Don't sit around because your friend doesn't know what he or she wants to do with themselves. Now you want to join the bandwagon. If I'm you, I would delete that friend because that friend is wasting my time. You need to literally figure out what you want to do. Once you figure out what you want to do, give it your all. Don't say you want to go study and waste your parents' money, knowing good and well school is not for you. Because trust me, by the time you get to matric, you know whether school is for you or not. You know it. You know whether, am I going to work hard for this? Just figure out what you want to do with yourself. I think it's so important for us as young people to know where we want our lives to go. Nothing is perfect. People change their minds. Everybody has a season in their life, and there's a season for everything. Have a plan of what you want to do with your life. Don't just wait. Don't just waste time unnecessarily, okay? Don't take unnecessary gap years, because once you take a gap year, you sit around for a year, do nothing. It's going to become so comfortable. Trust me, I like doing nothing. I love it. I love sleep. I can't. I got bills to pay. I got a child to feed. I got things to do. Unfortunately, I ain't got no blesser. So tip number 2 is fix your mental health and your emotional intelligence. It is so important, guys. Like, people don't realize how, especially us Black people, I think we don't take mental health and emotional intelligence as seriously as we should, and it is so important. You need to fix that. If you know you're not in a good space mentally, speak to somebody that can help you. Deal with your traumas, deal with your past. We all have a past. We all have issues from our families, from our friends, from life in general. Every single person has an issue, whether they show you or they don't. But fix your mental health, because what most people do in their 20s is that they spill over their unstableness onto other people. And that's not what you want to do. People become toxic without even realizing it, without even noticing that, hey, I have an issue that I've not dealt with. Therefore, it's making me a bitter person. Therefore, it's making me an unhappy person. Therefore, it's making me jealous of other people. Therefore, it's making me not such a nice person to be around. Fix yourself, guys. You do not want to be that person that spills over your negativity or your past traumas onto other people. That's not cute. That's not nice. And nobody stands for that for the longest time. People get tired. People get tired. Try and sort out your emotional intelligence, guys, because I've met so many people in their 40s, in their 30s, in their 50s, but emotional intelligence is on a zero, okay? Zero. Like, this person does not know how to associate themselves and other people. Does not know how to say, okay, this is not about me. It is about the situation. Let me not put myself into the situation. Let me remove my emotions from the situation and deal with the situation as it is. Everything is not an emotional thing. Everything does not have to do with you as a person. Everything is not personal. And people need to realize that. Like, you can't control everything that happens in the world. You can't control how people react to you. That is okay. Let that things go. Okay? Like, for me, it's so important. Like, guys, there's a lot of training on emotional intelligence. There's a lot of people you can speak to. There's a lot of videos on it. This is such an important subject. Mental health and emotional intelligence is really an important health, because a lot of people destroy their lives because of this. This will help you not to fall into depressive episodes when life doesn't go your way. Trust me, life will not always go your way. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much effort and time you put into things, things don't always go your way, and that is okay. Like, you just need to know how you're going to cope and deal with situations like that when they come to you. Don't throw your emotions around at other people. Don't bleed on other people, because everybody has their own baggage to carry. Everybody has their own things that they are dealing with, okay? So I think that for me is the most important thing. Try and fix it. If you need to go to therapy, go to therapy. Don't be ashamed saying, oh, now what are people going to say because I'm going to therapy? No, guys, it's okay. Go to therapy. Even if you tell no one about it, but go to therapy if you need to. If you can't afford therapy, I know our government has a lot of places, our clinics, our local clinics. There's a lot of centers that has psychologists and therapists that are there to speak to you if you're dealing with an issue. If you're feeling some type of way, having an episode where you feel depressed or emotionally unsettled or unstable, speak to somebody, guys. There's always somebody that you can trust. Trust me, there's always somebody. Whether it be family, it be friends, it can be a colleague, it can be a classmate, your teacher, somebody will listen to you. And at most, sometimes you don't even need advice. You just need to talk, to cough it out. You know, some things we keep in our systems, since we were babies, since we were children. We were 8 years old, this happened to me, and I never ever spoke about it. I'm 21 now, and I feel like my life is going crazy, and I don't know how to speak about it. Speak to somebody, guys. Another thing that affects your mental health is the people around you. If you know that this person around you is toxic and this person disturbs your mental health, if you know that, get rid of that person. Remove yourself, guys. I think it's so important for us to be selfish with ourselves. This is the time where you need to be selfish about yourself. Because if you're not going to learn it now, people will walk over you your whole life. You will have toxic people around you your whole life. If you're not going to learn that, hey, I need to be selfish. I need to be about me right now. I need to be focused on myself, my needs, my goals. I'm not saying don't take other people's feelings or other people into consideration, but put yourself first. If you know somebody, whether it's family or friends, first try and address it with them. And if they don't change their ways and they still have toxic behavior around you, remove yourself, guys. Remove yourself, okay? Tip number 3 is, don't mind me looking on the side, it's because I have some notes written down and I don't want to forget anything. Tip number 3 is your circle. I just addressed that now. That is so important, guys. If you don't have a circle that is great, that is influencing you, that is motivating you to do better, and your circle is just always out here gossiping about the next person. Oh, did you see what Cassandra did? Oh, did you? Guys, come on. That is, those type of behaviors you leave in high school. Okay? Like, we leave those things in high school. Once we get to an age where we are grown folks, you are an adult, if you have something to say about so and so, go tell so and so. Simple. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because people like that talk about other people are probably talking about you to other people. You don't need such people in your life, okay? Like, no. You need a circle of friends that will be motivating you and influencing you to become a better person, to do better in your life. And those type of friends that when something great happens in your life and they're not happy, you don't need them either. You don't. Those ones that want to be jealous or they want to compete with you, they never congratulate you when something great happens, but they're your friend. No. No, Felicia. You got to say bye to that, Felicia, and keep it moving, okay? Because that is not friends. Make sure that you have a solid circle. You do not need to have 10 girlfriends or 10 guy friends. That's asking for people to stab you in the back. You don't need that. If you have 10 solid friends, congratulations to you. But chances are of that happening is slim to none. It's quality over quantity, okay? Get you some good quality friendships. That's all you need in your life. Get yourself a mentor, whether it's someone at work, someone in the church, someone you know in your neighborhood, but someone that's doing well. Don't get yourself a mentor, but they're chilling on the corner every single day. That is not a mentor, okay? So make sure that the people around you are solid people that you can trust, people that if it's raining down on you and you need someone to come tow you because you broke down, that person's going to drop everything and come help you, or they're going to try and figure out how they're going to help you if they can't. If you are crying in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. and you call them, they're going to pick up and listen to that call and just listen. You know, sometimes, let me tell you something. When people vent, they just want to vent. You don't need to give them advice. No. Unless they're saying, what do you think I should do in this situation? Most of the time, people just want to vent, guys. Just let your friend or your family member vent and just be there for them while they vent. That's all that they need. They don't need any extra. You know when this happened to me, it's not about you. Relax. Calm down. Okay? So your circle is everything. Guys, don't have a circle that wants to go out every weekend. Okay? Like, hey, I know we're young and we're popping and whatever. That's cool. But you going out every weekend, that's money, honey. That's money that you should be investing in yourself, in your future. We'll talk about that now. But I'm just saying, going out every weekend is not life. It is not life. Okay? Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is get your finances in order. So once you figured out what you want to do, you went to go study, you went for training for a couple of years, you took a gap year, and then you finally figured out what you want to do, or you went straight to work. Now is the time. As soon as you start getting paid, guys, don't waste your money on unnecessary things. Like, once you start getting paid, try and sort out at home. If your mom and your dad needs a new washing machine, buy it for them. Don't go out there in these streets and go buy alcohol or go make the table dark. No, don't do that. It's not going to pay off in the future. Don't do nothing to impress the streets. Do something that is worth your while. Get your finances in order, guys. Like, hey, I'm just saying, get your finances in order. I don't want to talk about things I've seen people do, but I'm just saying, get your finances in order. First thing is, get a savings plan, guys. You just started working. You have 0 responsibilities. You have 0 reason to say that I can't save. Okay? We know we got to take care of our parents and our families or wherever we're staying. That's not my problem. My thing is, you have 0 response. Even after you give your mom and your dad however amount of money you decide to give them monthly, that's okay. But make sure you save money. You're going to need that savings. Trust me, you will need it. Life gets more difficult the older we get, the more responsibilities we get. If you have a baby young, then it's a different story. But what normally happens is when you are 20, guys, there's not a lot of responsibilities. So you don't have an excuse not to save. Save your money up. Don't waste your money buying bottles for all of your friends every weekend. Okay? I'm not saying don't splurge, don't spend money on your friends. Spend money on your friends when you need to, but make sure your friends are spending money on you too. Okay? Make sure that you're not the one that's always popping bottles and making the table dark. Make sure. Because sometimes what happens is there's always that one spender and everybody else is just enjoying. They are enjoying. Don't be that fool. Okay? Like, I love friendships where we can do for each other. That's awesome. But don't be the one that's always spending. Don't be the fool. Okay? Make sure you invest your money in great stuff. And don't go out there working for clothes. Some of y'all spend your whole 20s, all y'all work for is expensive clothing. But at home it looks like, no, bruh. Make sure home is good, bruh. Like, I don't know some of y'all that can't take care of your parents, though. It doesn't make sense to me. Take care of your parents. Make sure your parents are good. Make sure your parents are comfortable. If you can, make sure. Before you go taking care of the streets or looking good for the streets. I was an intern for a couple of months, 3 months, don't know. And I knew my mom needed a TV. I was getting a stipend of 5,000 Rand. I bought my mom a TV with my whole stipend. I was like, there you go. There's a TV, honey. You sent me to school. You birthed me. Never mind sending me to school. You birthed me. Okay? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So make sure you take care of your parents. Before I moved out, I made sure that I asked my mom, what do you want to do around the house? And I helped her do all of that. I come from a single parent household, and my mom has not been working for years. So for me not to take care of my mom and my brothers doesn't even make sense. Okay? They come first. Before the streets, before me going out to party, before anything, I made sure that my mom and my brothers were sorted. Once that is done, do your thing, boo. If you want to go paint the town red, paint the town red, but make sure you take care of the important things first. Don't be those people that get paid and month end weekend, it's nice, you out there in every club, you out there everywhere making tables dark, buying alcohol, buying the most expensive outfits, and then 2 weeks later you're phoning somebody to borrow money for transport. Don't be that person. Take care of your responsibilities first. Make sure that your finances are in order. Okay? That is the most important thing. Don't be that you working but you always calling up people like, hey, I need money for like, no, don't do that. Okay? We don't do that, okay, guys? Like, that is so, it's not cool. Like, sort out your if you can't handle your finances in your 20s, you'll never be able to handle your finances at an older age. So make sure you get the proper financial management skills. If your parents didn't teach you how to manage, because they don't teach you this, I almost swore, they don't teach you this in school. If your parents didn't teach you how to handle finances, there's a lot of small courses on budgeting and what. Ask your colleagues, ask a friend. Just ask. Get advice on how to do this. Don't just be wasting your money. And then you're borrowing. That's so ghetto. Don't be ghetto, bruh. I live in the ghetto, but don't be ghetto. There's a difference. There's a serious difference, okay? Just be financially independent, guys. Make sure if you are employed, you need to be 100% financially independent. There's so many young people out here that I know that do not want to work. I don't know what you're going to do with your life. You're going to wake up and you're 40 and you have nothing for yourself because you are so lazy. Yes, I'm talking to you. There's a lot of people that are so disappointing because they are so, I don't know if you are spoiled or you are entitled or what, but so many people don't want to work hard. I don't know if you think all these people, Bill Gates got to where he is by not working hard, by just chilling. No, he didn't. He worked his ass off. All of these people that are making it in life work their ass off. And I'm going to say ass because some of y'all are so lazy. Like I could clap everybody because y'all are so damn lazy. It is not cute, guys. Like, you're not going to have money. Like, I don't tolerate people that don't want to work and you out here calling me, hi, can I get a 200 Rand because I want to... No, it's a plain no from me. I don't care. I don't care what your excuse is. If you do not want to get up and go work, because I have to get my cute behind up every single morning and go work while you want to ask. I'm running. I'm mumbling now, off track. But get your shit together. You can't wait until you're 30. You're too old. There's new 20-year-olds coming up into the working market. You want to wake up and you're 30 and now you want to work? Like, nah. Let's not do that, bruh. We're not doing that. But anyway, That was not my point. My point was get your finances in order. Tip number 5, your credit. Get good credit. Build up your credit when you are in your 20s. Build it up. Don't mess it up. There's a difference. People get very excited when people say build up your credit. Now I can go swipes. No. Build it up. Don't mess it up. Lots of people makes the mistakes in their 20s to run up a lot of credit. Don't do that. Get a couple of accounts. Let me give you my story. I started my first job in 2014. Was it 2014? Can't remember. I have a bad memory problem. But I started my first job in October of that year, 2014 or 15. And the first thing I did, I think I was 1 week in my job. And it was not a permanent job, mind you. 1 week. I started looking at cars. Not even permanently, and I was on a 3-year contract, not permanent. I started looking at cars. Guys, nobody in my family has a car. My mom's struggling. I'm struggling. I was working and studying at the time, and I was doing my honors, and the classes were late at night. If my boyfriend couldn't pick me up, I would have to take a taxi at 8 o'clock at night. I was fed up. I was done with public transport. I was like, I'm not, I need a car. So I was looking at cars that I could like make a small loan that I could pay off in the 3 years and, buy the car cash or whatever. Spoke to my manager and asked him about, what do I need to do to get a car? First thing they said, build your credit. How do I build my credit? I started researching. How do I build my credit? Get a few accounts. Show them that you can pay well. Get a cell phone contract. Show them that you pay every month. In about 3 months, your credit will be built up. Oh, okay. I went the same weekend to open two accounts, and I got a cell phone on contract. But it was within my budget. It was within my means. I did not go above my means, guys. That's where financial planning is important. You need to know what your budget is. Don't just go opening accounts like you're crazy, okay? You need to know what is your affordability. I went to go open an account that same weekend. And then I spoke to my manager again. I said, how do you get financed on a car? They said, they finance you. Most of the time, it's 5 or 6 years. Okay. I'm like, but I'm on a 3-year contract, so it means I can't get like financing. Maybe I should just get a loan. My manager said no. One thing in life you need to know is that life is all about risks. How do you know you're not going to be in a permanent job in the next year or 2? You're just deciding that this 3-year contract is your fate. It's the final destination for Cassandra. No. Live your life taking risks. And live your life on faith that things will always work out. And I said, what? That was me going onto Auto Trader looking for cars in this budget because, hey, you said I can get a car. So I was out here, I worked out my budget. This is the car that I'll be able to afford monthly. I wanted an Audi A3. And when I saw how much an Audi A3 cost, I was like, damn, I'm going to be broke. I don't want to be broke. No, child. So I was like, let me see what car I can afford. And then the cutest car I could afford was a Ford Fiesta at the time. I'm sure there was more cars. I was never a VW fan, so that was not even an option for me. But I got my Ford Fiesta and I was like, okay, Ford Fiesta. Now I was just searching for Ford Fiestas. I got employed in October. By December, first week or second week of December, I got my car. On a 3-year contract. But I got my car. but I made sure I could afford the car. I could afford the monthly installments. I did not just take a car that I can't afford. I did not want to be poor while I'm working. Doesn't make sense. I did not want to have a car, but I can't afford to put petrol in the car. So make sure that you build your credit up. And guys, invest your money. That's tip number 6. Invest your money. 21 is not too young to buy a house. If you can afford it, buy the house. Okay? 25 is not too young. Don't wait until you're 30 to buy a house, guys. Don't wait until you're 40 to buy a house. If you can afford it, if you know that on a monthly basis, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, pay off my car, sort my mom out, and I still have this amount of money, invest the money into property. Don't invest the money to these streets. Don't invest the money to these bottles. What are the... Guys, this topic for me is so... It touches my core. These streets are not going to do anything for you in the next 30, 40 years, okay? By the time you're 40, you could have paid your house up. Now you're waiting until you turn 40 to buy a house. What are you waiting for? Buy the house now. Let me tell you, never go wrong with investing in property. Property's values always go up. That's why I don't plan on owning a car, because a car depreciates the minute you drive it out. So for me to buy a car and say I own this car, it's not a thing for me. But for my house, that's gonna feel like something else, bruh. That is an achievement for me. Owning a cash car is not an achievement for me. Because if I have to sell that car, I'm going to sell it for way less than what I bought it for. Invest your money. Make your money grow. Make your money work for you. Invest in stocks. Invest in companies. Invest, guys. Teach yourself about these things. Don't get scammed. Don't get scammed. Because there are a lot of scammers out here. But teach yourself about these things. There's so many ways you can invest your money. If it's not property, invest in stocks. Buy stocks and let them chill. Buy shares in a company. Let that shares chill for 10 years. Trust you me. Time does not stand still. By the time you open your eyes, it'll be 10 years later. And you're probably going to get something, a lot, for that money. Make sure you invest your money in proper things. Buy gold. Invest in Tesla. I want a Tesla. But make sure you invest your money. Don't be out here wasting your time. Okay? Invest. There's an app called Easy Equities. You can invest on stocks. You can buy shares. I'm not sure what else you can do, but go on YouTube, look for Easy Equities, go on Google. I'm sure you're going to find, there's a group on Facebook that I've joined about Easy Equities, and there they share information on which stocks to buy, which are the current stocks that look very promising. Obviously, investing in such things is always a risk, but be willing to take such risks, guys. Make your money work for you. You don't want to be out here 65 and you literally relying on a pension fund. Invest your money, okay? Literally invest your money. That's all you need to do. Buy property. If you can afford to buy property, don't buy 5 cars. That 5 cars, you will not get your ROI. You will not get your return on investment. There's like a piece of hair in my eye. You will not get your return on investment for 5 cars. Buy 5 houses. Ha! Oh, nay! Chankura, money, honey. It's life is about money. Money makes the world go round. I'm not saying you must worship money. No. I'm saying make your money work for you. Okay? Make your money work for you. Once your money starts working for you, it's going to be so much easier for you to buy all that expensive clothes that you could have bought 5 years prior. It's going to be so much easier for you to go out every weekend because you have enough money. Don't put yourself in debt trying to impress the streets. Don't do don't do unnecessary things, guys. Like, literally, focus on you. Be selfish in your 20s. Do not waste your 20s. Be selfish in your 20s. Do not waste your 20s being in the streets every single weekend. Make sure you build something for you. And don't make your kids struggle like you struggled in the beginning. Okay? Make sure that you give something for your children to live off. And you want to be secured. You want to be financially settled. Being financially stressed is not a nice thing, guys. Okay? Life doesn't always work out as we plan, but have a plan for your life. That's at least a starting point. When things go wrong, you rework your plan. That's simple. That is a simple thing to do. But have a plan. Once you have a plan for your life, you know that you got this. You literally got this, okay? By the time you turn 30 or 40, it will be so much easier to maneuver this thing called life, because life is not easy. Life is not all parties and fairy tales. It is not. That is it from me, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click on the red button and subscribe. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.